Hi there, it's Wade McMaster here from CreatorImpact.com. I've got a quick video for you today. I'm going to be showing you just a few little hidden extras and things you can do to customize your WordPress, sort of like your editor and your options, and just little things that you might not be aware that are actually available to you. Now, first I'm going to start off with probably probably the most intriguing one, but also probably the one you should probably stay away from the most, and that is it's kind of like a master options page on WordPress. So I'm going to sort of get this out of the way a little bit, and then we're going to move on to some of the ways you can sort of edit and get extra options on your pages and on your editor and that sort of thing. So basically, I'm logged into the dashboard of my website here, which is actually the Creator Impact website. And if you sort of zoom in to the address here, if I remove this index.php and type in options.php, just at the end of my website address there, we get taken to this master options page, which comes with a warning. This page allows direct access to your settings, so definitely you want to know what you're doing if you are coming in here and having a play around. But it's something very interesting to show you where you can access certain information, that you've got throughout your site, all in the one spot. So there's things like your comments and any of your theme options. So many options down here that are just it's a very full-on sort of area, and just something that's probably interesting to look at. Probably not something I'd recommend playing with too much. But anyway, on to some of the more common stuff. I thought that was just a fun one to start off with. But let's say we're going to move on. We're going to look at basically we've got this. I'm going to go to my list of pages. I've got a few bits and pieces in here, but one thing it's right there in front of you, but a lot of people don't notice it, is the screen options tab at the top of your page here. If you actually, I'm just going to full screen this for a sec. If you actually click on that option, you can actually turn a few things on and off here. Now, so far, there's nothing super interesting on this page. What is cool is that if I'm looking for something in particular and I've got 20 pages here, I can knock that up to, about 100 or so if I want to list 100 pages, or even just one per page if I want to. So I can change how many items are on the page. The other thing is too, if any of these information is missing, you might find something up here you can turn on, or you may simply want to turn off how many comments you've got, the date, and turn things on and off, and make a few customizations there. Now these options are pretty much the same for your posts, and a few other areas. But one of the most interesting things about this is actually in the menus section. If you go to appearance and menus, if you've never used menus, it allows you to create completely custom menus for your for your theme. So instead of relying on WordPress to simply list every page you create, you can actually create menus here and categorize and make them sub items and that sort of thing. If I open this up, this is my about page menu item here. I can move it up or down, and I've got a link to the original page. I can change the name to About Me if I want to without changing the page name. But when I head up to screen options, I've got all of these other options here that are unticked, such as a description. If you have a theme that supports it, you can actually add a description that may or may not show up. So you say a little about me. My theme doesn't show this, but your theme might. But it's just a cool little extra that you can add in there possibly. Head back up. You've got link relationship. So this is something that if you're going to use it, you do want to do a bit of a little bit of study on. But I don't know all that much about this. But if I'm linking to a friend's website, and this is like, say, an external link, I can put here friend, and that can be like the link relationship. There is a list of terms you can put in there. I'm not familiar with them, but that's something a little less exciting, that one, in my opinion. But if you're into coding CSS and click CSS classes, you can add a class. So if I want to do something different with my about, and I want my about button in my nav, and I want to add some custom code, like maybe I want to make it bright red or make the size bigger than the rest for whatever reason. Maybe I want this page to look like a button while the rest of the pages just look normal. I can give this a class such as nav button, and that allows me to reference that and change the behavior. And another thing too is that if you actually have a theme which codes certain classes, such as the Divi theme, maybe I go et_pb_button to give it that or dash button, whatever it is, and give it the functionality that the theme assigns to anything with that class. So that's another more advanced one. Something that a lot of people will find useful, though, obviously there's a title attribute, so you can give your link a title. But the one that most people are probably going to be interested in is the link target. If you're trying to put things in your nav that you want to open in a new tab, here it is. You can add that in there. I think a lot of people probably have wanted that in the past and didn't realize it was there and just sort of thought, well, I can't open it in a new tab. That's just the way it is. But heading up to your screen options at the top here and turning that link target on allows you to have that option to open in a new tab. So that's just another cool thing. Also in your menus, don't forget you got some other items there. At the moment, I've got categories turned off. I can turn all these on. And then I've got all these areas I can go to add to my menu, like categories. So blog post categories, tags. I can create custom links. So if I want to link off to Google, I put that URL in there with some text and pop it in there. And yeah, it's a cool little extra for your menu there that you can customize the nav menu of your site to do certain things. Now, the other thing I'm going to go to is I'm going to create a new post. And I'm not going to save any of that. I'm using Divi, so I'm just going to choose default editor. First of all, if you're using the upgraded version of WordPress and you're landing and your screen is like this and you don't like that, head up to the top right here to your three dots and turn off full screen mode to get your sidebar back. Now, you do actually have to have that sidebar on to do what I'm about to do. I'm pretty sure anyway. I could be wrong. But if I go into full screen mode, oh no, it's there. But anyway, I prefer to have the full screen mode turned off personally, but you can customize your editor page. See, at the moment, I've got my editor here. I've got the all-in-one SEO pack and my ConvertKit settings. And then on the document settings here, I have categories, tags, featured image, excerpt, all these options here. So this acts kind of like your screen options. That you can go in here and you can come down to options. And you can turn things on and off, such as custom fields. If I turn on custom fields, I'll enable and reload that. Now I have the custom fields information here that I can use for some extra information to add to my blog post. So that's cool if you do use custom fields, that's there. But what's cool is if you have too many things on here, you can go to options. Pre-published checks, you can turn that off if you want. So you just hit publish and go. The insert a help panel. So the permalink I want to keep, yes, categories. Maybe I'm sick of having tags, I'll turn off tags. I'm not going to write an excerpt. I'm not going to check discussion here. I can actually turn off a whole bunch of these panels and simplify if I want to. So now when I go back into my document, I've got less things here to go through. So if there's areas I'm not using and I'm sick of scrolling past them, by going in here into options, I can actually manage that. The other thing too is I can also go into my block manager here under tools. And if there's a bunch of blocks in here I don't use, I can turn them off as well. If I'm never going to embed anything, I can turn off embeds. If I'm never going to use any of these widgets, I can turn those off. Maybe if I want to use shortcode, I'll turn that one on and leave the rest off. So I can actually go through and fully customize that. I tend to leave these all on just in case, but it's a good way for you to go through and just customize it. So that way when you go to insert blocks, so let's simplify this a bit. Let's say we're going to use paragraph, image, and heading here. I'm going to turn off everything else. All right, cool. So now I go up to my editor, and I add a block. I've only got these options, these three options. So you can simplify that block editor. If you're sick of scrolling through and looking for things, you can just pick out the ones you want to use. That's under your tools and your block manager. I'm going to turn all of these back on because I like to have all of the options there. Okay. So, and then you manage your reusable blocks. You can check out keyboard shortcuts, that sort of thing. But you sort of get the idea. You can customize the areas in your document panel and what blocks you have access to. and really get full control of your layout. And of course, if you want to turn off that sidebar altogether, you can hit this little cog here. So this is actually part of my theme and not something you'll get on your editor, but yeah. So that is, it's a pretty quick and easy video. Nothing super spectacular, but it's just one of those things that you can use to customize your layout and get a few more options on your WordPress site. So I hope there was something in there for you. It's not going to be my best rated video of all time, but I'm sure some of you out there probably found it useful. So if you did, please give it a like. If you want more WordPress videos, don't forget to check out my channel. I've got tons of WordPress tutorials on there and some advice videos. I'm running a blog. Also, consider subscribing if you want to see more. And thanks for watching. I hope to see you again next time.